Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is your host Cami K, and if you're looking at the title, you already know what today's video is about. I am going to take you guys through 10 essential items that I personally believe every natural needs. For those of you who don't know, I actually went completely natural and did my big chop back in January of 2019. I'll insert a photo here, but as you can see, sis, I was bald, okay? Since then, it has been exactly a year and a half, and I'll do a quick length check for you guys. I have grown my hair well past shoulder length and on my way to bra strap. And so these are really just things that I have incorporated over the past 6-8 months that I feel like if I would have known from the very beginning, there's no telling where my hair journey would be now, right? Before we get started, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. But second, take a moment to subscribe and turn on those post notifications below so that way you can become a part of the OG community. And without further ado, let's get into it. So the first item is shampoo. Now, I wanted to start here specifically because I feel like there's this unspoken like rumor or like tale in the Black community that Black people do not need to wash their hair often. I don't know who grandma made that up, okay, or why, but I literally grew up washing my hair like once a month maximum, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially don't let me have a sew-in, and I wouldn't wash my hair for months at a time. And I remember thinking, you know, oh, my hair likes being dirty, it grows well, blah 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 blah. The truth is the average person's hair grows about 2 inches a month anyways, right? So you aren't really, you know, speeding up growth necessarily by keeping your hair dirty. Also, when you don't wash your hair, and you, especially if you've had braids or some type of style in, you typically lose all of the growth that you get through shed hair and tangles, right? Because your hair is very matted, it's dry, and when you do finally take it apart, you end up losing a lot of that length. So first things first is invest in a good shampoo, but also increase the amount of times that you shampoo. I personally wash my hair once a week. Every 7 days. I can probably only go about 9 days max. At this point, my hair is trained for it, and it's just what it likes, right? It flourishes the best when it's clean. I'm also low porosity, so my hair really doesn't do well with product buildup. You know, eventually in the week, I'll reach a certain point where there's no point in adding more gels. There's no point in putting more oil. You know, my hair is pretty much maxed out on product build, and I really can't do anything about that besides give it a nice clean wash. Now, I've talked about this shampoo before, but I actually use the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil. Let me see if I can get it up on the screen. If not, I'll insert a picture. But essentially, this shampoo is literally the best. I don't know what else to say about it, okay? There's no sulfates, no parabens, no phthalates, no mineral oil, no animal testing, and no petroleum. Like, I don't think it gets any better than this. This is like the holy grail of shampoo. I will say though, you know, be conscious, and you have to figure out what works best for you. I do watch some influencers who use sulfate, for example, in their shampoos, and their hair loves it, right? So it's really just dependent upon you, but either way, I encourage all of you to find a good shampoo that you personally like, and then, you know, up it up. You know, it's okay to wash your hair every now and then. It makes it easier. So that's number 10. Okay, next we have detangling tools like the detangle brush and or a wide tooth comb. Now this, y'all already probably using even if you are relaxed. I think every person just needs a wide tooth comb, period. But when you're natural, it is so important to make sure your hair is properly detangled, okay? I know a lot of people detangle with their fingers. I think that is a great place to start. But if you really want your style to come out right, especially if we're talking about like something like a wash and go like this, you're gonna need your hair to be detangled so that way your strands are coated evenly with whatever product you use. I'll take you guys through a wash day coming up soon, and you'll see me use this in action. I really only use it one time a week, right? When it's wash day, I make sure my hair is detangled, and then I really don't have to mess with my hair too much else outside of that. And this product has helped me do it. Now, I picked this up specifically at Walmart. I know these are really popular on social media right now. It's got like the flexibility thing going on, but If you can't find one, you can use one of these as well. So this is like the OG paddle, and it still works just fine. But I can admit that this is a little bit better. So get you one of those. Okay, so for number 8, I put the two together because they're very closely related, but you want to make sure that you invest in a good conditioner and leave-in conditioner. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I try any body conditioner, okay? When I'm shopping, it's really just about price for me. It doesn't, I don't have a preference or a brand that I stick to more than another. I just like to make sure it smells good more than anything. And the biggest thing that I can say about conditioning in general is just make sure that you deep condition no matter what type of conditioner you get, right? So for me, that means getting out of the shower, sitting under the hooded dryer for minimum 15 minutes, up to 30 if possible. And I promise you, no matter what conditioner you use, that is enough to make your hair pop. It's an essential step. It definitely moisturizes your hair, especially if you're low porosity like myself. I need that extra heat to actually penetrate and sink into my strands. And that way the conditioner really gets in and moisturizes, especially after using a cleansing shampoo like the one that I use. It's very, very important that you make sure you go in afterwards with a good conditioner and really kind of let it sit. Okay, so the next one is one of the items that I learned a little bit later in life, and that's you need to invest in an extra large bonnet, okay? Extra large. I don't care if you have a TWA right now, go ahead and get you an extra large bonnet. It's gonna sound crazy, but I swear by it, it affects how your hair turns out in the morning, especially now that my hair is a bit longer. When I do the pineapple method and I was using just like the average regular size bonnet that you get at your beauty supply, I would always wake up with my hair like just a little too flat and having to work to build that volume back up. Having a large bonnet, one, just helps on space. It feels a bit more comfortable. But two, my hair has more space underneath and is able to just kind of bounce back a little bit easier when I wake up in the morning. Super crazy, but I promise it works. Okay, number 6 on the list is surprisingly an oil. Now, I say surprisingly because for me, I actually don't really like oil that much. Again, I'm low porosity, so I am all about using the least amount of product possible. So I know the LOC method is very popular in the natural community. For me personally, I cannot do LOC because by the time I get past O, ain't no C gonna get inside my hair, okay? My hair, it just doesn't take product that well, and so I primarily use oil. One, on my edges to promote hair growth. I use it for a scalp massage. Maybe I want to give myself a hot oil hair treatment, but it's not necessarily something that I use on a daily or even weekly basis, to be honest. However, it's still an essential item. One, if you're gonna do a braid out, a twist out, you gotta make sure you're using oil on your fingers to take that out. That way you don't mess up and super frizz your style. And then two, like I just mentioned, it's great for hair growth, right? So I definitely recommend using it on your edges if you find yourself like me, which is just pretty much low porosity, and you still wanna be able to get that shine or that look without overcoating your hair. Okay, number 5 is kind of like the star, the secret to natural hair that people don't talk about for some reason. But sis, you need a blow dryer and a diffuser, okay? So y'all already see my baby behind me. This is a Modern Elements hooded dryer. I actually picked this up from Sally Beauty. To be honest, it cost like $100. But it's totally worth the price, right? One thing about me, and you guys will learn this as we continue to grow together, but I don't really like to wait for my hair to dry. I think wash day already is long enough as is. I don't have time to sit with leave-in overnight. I don't have time to air dry. I have places to be, right? And so for me, a hooded dryer not only speeds up the time, but it really sets the hairstyle. A lot of people don't talk about this, and it could just be hair type, but I've noticed for type 4 hair specifically, when you set your hair and you're doing your hair, you really have to dry it as it is in order to get that style to last, right? If I were to like do this wash and go, for example, and just walk around all day, by the time it dried, I would be so frizzy because it's been soaked in water all day, right? So for me, it's super important to just speed up that drying process and get under the hooded dryer. Now, I do still follow up with a diffuser. This I actually got from Conair off of Amazon. It's universal, so it should fit any kind of blow dryer that you have. But I mean, it's just as essential, right? So I maybe start on the blow dryer for about 40 or so minutes, and then I'll come in with my diffuser, get any remaining parts that are still wet, and now my hair is actually dry and wearable, right? So I think that's just a key important factor. That's something that I didn't really figure out was the key until later on. And once I figured that out, I was able to style my hair the way I wanted and really achieve the look that I wanted. Okay, number 4 is another one that I didn't really know about until a little bit later, and that is a good old shower mirror. As you can see, mine is a little dirty with watermarks, but you literally just run it under some more water and it goes away. But this is an essential item simply because it just makes wash day easier, right? It really helped me learn my hair and just kind of get a better feel for what was working and what wasn't. I was able to actually see what was going on while I was washing my hair. And if you have a lot of hair and it's thick like mine, sometimes you need that extra eyesight. I like this one because it's portable. It actually comes with a little hook thing that you put into the shower, but if I want to take it off and get closer, I definitely can. Okay, number 3 on the list, maybe my favorite thing on the list, okay? Almost was probably number 1, but number 3 is gonna be a gel, okay? I only like Wetline Extreme Gel. I said it, okay? For me personally, as a true type 4 naturalista, okay? Curling putty, curling cream, you know, curling gels from the large name brand hair companies, they don't work, okay? I don't care. They do not work on my hair for me, okay? If you have tried those products and they also didn't give you the look you were going for, you might want to go in with some Wetline Extreme, okay? To me, gel is an essential. It's really how I am able to achieve this look, any other look that I want. It's not that I can't get my curls to define with other products, but when it comes to lasting and having a style that will actually take you a minimum 4 days to 7 days to complete, nothing else has a better hold on the market than Wetline Extreme, okay? And that's just that. Okay, number 2 on the list is edge control and hair accessories. So as you can see, I went off camera and really just added 2 gold clips as well as some hair accessories that I got from my local beauty supply. Like, couldn't have been more than $3, and it is the best way to up level your hairstyle, right? It just kind of gives you something cute, something kind of funky, and it just helps you you know, dazzle it up a little bit. I really think this is essential, especially if you aren't at the length you desire yet. I know how it feels to be uncomfortable wearing your hair when it's a bit shorter or just not as, you know, maybe the right texture or style that you initially wanted. And clips and hair accessories are a great way to kind of just get the eye past that. And to be honest, your hair probably looks great anyways, but I've been there before where you just felt like you needed a little bit extra. Whether that's earrings, okay, you can consider that a hair accessory as well. But these are just a really great way to kind of up level your style and spice it up a little bit. So I consider. And last but not least, every natural needs a routine. Y'all thought I was gonna say something else, I know. But in all seriousness, like, I think the biggest thing, you know, that I can really attribute my hair growth to is just being consistent, getting a routine. Even if you don't want to do every single week like I do as far as washing goes, your hair needs to be on a routine. Listen to your hair, take note of how it reacts with certain products, certain oils, certain styles, and really try to do what's best for your hair. You know, if you notice that frontals and closures are breaking out your edges, take a break, you know, figure out something else that works well for you, but more importantly, make it a routine and be consistent. That is truly how I got my hair to grow so fast in such a short period of time. And if there's, you know, anything I would do would be tighten up my consistency even more. You know, there are times where I lack and maybe I slack a little bit, and I pay for it, right? Now I've gotten to the point where when I don't treat my hair like I usually do, it be looking at me like, sis, what's going on? So, you know, you want to make sure you're giving her the love and care and attention that she needs by giving her a solid foundation and routine to build upon. And I promise you, you will see hair growth from there. So that's really all I had. Those are my top 10. Comment below if you agree with any of the things I said, or if you have your own essentials that I didn't touch on today. I'd love to hear what you guys are using for your natural hair. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.